Hi everyone! In this tutorial, we'll explain how to use a color ID map to quickly assign different materials and patterns to different areas of a garment. You can also customize your own color ID map for use. A color ID map is created based on the garment's base color and is divided into many color regions. These regions allow you to quickly apply different colors and materials. You can efficiently create garments with a wide variety of styles and looks. First, let's go over the basic color ID workflow. In the Content Manager, we can choose different garments to apply to the character based on personal preference or style. You'll notice that some garments have an icon displayed on them. This icon indicates that the clothing is a smart clothes. In addition to standard PBR textures, Smart Clothes also includes multiple color ID maps that can be used. There are many different Smart Clothes items available for purchase in the Content Store. Back in Character Creator, you can see that this garment not only has basic PBR textures such as base color and normal maps, but also includes color ID maps in the Resource Maps section. Content packs may also provide additional color ID maps that you can swap in. Simply drag and drop a color ID map into the slot to replace it. Since each color ID map has a different color region layout, swapping them can produce a wide variety of visual results. Once everything is set, click FashionGen to send the garment. You can choose different texture resolutions based on your system performance. Below that, you'll find the Auto Mask FashionGen Layers option. We'll explain this feature in more detail later. For now, uncheck it and proceed with the transfer. You'll see the garment being sent to FashionGen. A message will pop up reminding you to keep the edited clothing in the CC scene to avoid a transfer failure. In the texture settings, you can see that all of the garment's textures are sent to FashionGen. In addition, under Window Resource Map, you'll find that the color ID maps are also transferred. Next, we can apply a fabric from the Content Manager. You'll notice that the fabric is applied to the entire garment by default. If you want to apply it only to specific areas, we can click Color Mask and select different colors to use as masks. Before doing so, you can switch the material channel to Color ID to preview the color distribution on the garment. Then switch back to Color Mask to make your selection. Once applied, the material will only affect the selected color regions. You can also enable Tint to adjust the color. The fabric's tiling can be adjusted to enhance surface detail. After that, you can switch to the normal channel and adjust the normal map strength. Finally, you can fine-tune the surface reflectivity by using metallic and roughness, and rotate the lighting to preview the results. In addition to fabrics, patterns can also be used together with color masks. After applying a pattern, you can adjust its tiling and rotation to better match the garment's direction. If you want to reuse the same material on different areas, simply right-click the layer, choose Duplicate Layer, and assign it to a different color ID. Next, let's take a look at how to use the Pallet Sampler. First, go back to Character Creator and enable Auto Mask FashionGen Layers. This option automatically creates a separate layer for each color ID. Then clicking Edit in FashionGen to replace the original garment, you'll see all the color ID layers appear in the Layer Manager. Next, select all of the color ID layers and click Pallet Sampler. You'll see all color IDs displayed in the panel. Then click Load Image to choose an image and press Resample. Each color ID will randomly sample colors from the image. You can click Resample multiple times to preview different results, allowing you to quickly generate various color distributions for the garment. You can also replace the image at any time. Additionally, you can directly drag the color points on the image to reassign colors to specific color IDs. If the image has a consistent color tone, this method allows you to quickly create a unified and harmonious color palette for the garment. Once applied, you'll notice that the tint values of each layer are updated based on the sampled colors, and you can further fine-tune them if needed. Finally, send the garment back to Character Creator. If you plan to continue editing, you can choose Keep Layers, though this will result in a larger file size. If you've finished editing or have performance concerns, you can choose to flatten all layers before sending it back to CC. In this example, we'll choose Keep Layers, wait for the transfer to complete, and then review the result in CC. You'll also see that textures such as base color and normal maps are updated in the material settings. Next, let's explain how to customize your own color ID map. If the applied garment is not a smart clothes, there will be no color ID map available in the resource map. In this case, click UV Reference to send the UV map to Photoshop. You can also launch the base color texture to Photoshop. Next, unlock the base color layer and copy it. Then switch back to the UV map file, paste the base color, and place this layer underneath the UV map. Change the blend mode to overlay the two layers. After that, use the magic wand tool to select all objects, and then invert the selection. Before painting, make sure to use RGB colors, as only RGB colors can be correctly recognized as color IDs. Sample a color and use the brush tool to paint. Using base color as reference under UV layer allows you to distinguish different color regions while painting. It can guide you where to paint along the UV. After painting a section, use the magic wand tool to deselect that area to avoid painting over it later. Repeat the same process to quickly complete all color ID regions. Once finished, hide the base color layer and you'll see the completed color ID map. Then export it as a JPG file. Return to Character Creator and apply the newly created color ID map. Click FashionGen, enable Auto Mask FashionGen layers, and transfer the garment. You'll see that each painted color ID is automatically added as a separate layer. With these color ID layers, you can now use the Pallet Sampler to quickly assign different color schemes to the garment. You can also switch images to preview different results. Once you're satisfied, click Send Texture to CC to update all textures. You'll see that base color is updated in the material settings. Once a garment in Character Creator has a color ID map, you can quickly assign different materials and patterns to specific areas of the clothing, greatly improving the efficiency of garment creation. Thanks for watching.